Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name of the one true God, and Yahweh Shai is the name of His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. And I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and I want to send salutations to all the Akim throughout the four corners of the earth, exalting the name of Yahweh and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, in truth and in sincerity. All right, so this lesson is going to be about a discovery that I just found out today, that in Canada, all right, they found over 215 dead bodies that were children at this school, all right? And those children were so-called Native Americans who are of the tribe of Gad, one of the 12 tribes of Israel. Listen, our people have suffered so much. These kids were taken from their families and forced into the school to learn how to be indoctrinated in the American way by the Catholic Church, okay? Those scum Catholics, okay, they murdered those children, man. They tortured them. And ever since I found out about this story today, I've been kind of pissed off, you know. And it's just sad, man. You know, those kids, they were from the age of, like, I don't know, 3 years old until 12. And you got all those, that's 215 bodies, man, of children, man, who were murdered, not killed, murdered in Canada, man. They despise and hate our people so much, man. And, you know, and they have survivors that are still alive now, because the school actually got shut down, and you have people who went to that school who were survivors, and they'll tell you that it was horrible, you know. But this is just the mindset of Esau and the enemy, and us being in this captivity that we're in right now. You know, we're still subjects to the people that made us suffer so much, and that are still making our people suffer, and that still have their foot on our necks to this very day.
It's a reality, and it's something that we do not want to have, you know, under the carpet in any shape or form. We want to, you know, heal with our people.
This 1962 documentary attempted to show the Kamloops residential school in a positive light, but survivors later told of the psychological and physical torment, including punishment such as being hit with a strap for speaking their own language. Indigenous leaders say the finding is more evidence of a painful history.
This discovery has, you know, shaken our Indigenous communities to the very core.
The news prompted a minute's silence in the House of Commons.
The residential school system was a national program. It was a national institution right across Canada. So if this happened at Kamloops, you can be rest assured it happened in a lot of the other residential schools.
Canada's Truth and Reconciliation Commission found thousands of children at residential schools were unaccounted for over several decades. Today's discovery may be related to those long considered missing. Chief Casimir says ground-penetrating radar was used to locate the site. No access was given to images showing what was found or how it was analyzed.
My mother went to residential school and she survived, barely.
In Vancouver, an impromptu memorial to remember those who suffered at the schools.
It's triggering because, like everybody says, it could have been our life.
The RCMP, BC's coroner service.
Yep. All these residential schools, man. All right. It says Kamloops Indian Residential School. The school was built in 1890, then rebuilt in 1923 due to a fire, and remained open until 1977. In the 1920s, Native children aged 4 to 15 years were forcibly taken and prohibited from seeing their families, practicing their languages, culture, and traditions. Children attended KIRS, experienced extreme isolation and segregation. Yeah. And all those children that they found, were put to death by the wicked, by the that Catholic Church, man. That wicked ass church. These people, man, have put our people through hell. And still are putting our people through hell, man. Gad got it so bad. Judah got it really bad, but Gad got it really bad too, man. Every nation, all of the 12 tribes got it bad, but man, Gad, man, this is Sirach 12:12. It says, "Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place." And that's what he did to the Native Americans, the so-called Native Americans, you Gadites. The so-called white man took your place. He took your position. He took your land. And now he mocks you by dressing like you, by throwing you in reservations. You know what I mean? And then he takes your land and then gives you the option to where you can go, and tells you what land you can have, what partial land you can have. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. You stole my shit, and then you're gonna tell me what I can have and what I can't. He overtook you, man. He overthrew you and took everything you had, and then has the nerve to name his armory, his weaponry, after your tribes. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words, and be pricked therewith. All right? So don't deal with these people. But Gad didn't listen. You know what I'm saying? It was rebellious. Decided to help you, them so-called pilgrims, so-called white man, and you saw what happened. They gave you smallpox on blankets. They killed off all damn buffalo. I remember that photo where they had buffalo skulls mounted up like a damn pyramid just so they can starve out the Gadites, man. That's how egregious, how insane, how motivated they were to just destroy you, that they would try to instinct an animal to just starve you out. And they didn't even eat all that meat, man. They just let it go to waste. Verse 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagines how to throw thee into a pit. And what did they do? They offer you treaties, and guess what? They broke every one of those treaties. You signed them, you agreed to them, and guess what? They broke them. So he spoke sweetly with his lips, but then he imagined how to throw you into a pit. All right? He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. And as you can see, all those children that were put to death, those are just the ones that they know about. Like the man said, like the brother said in that video, man, if they did it on these reservations and, all right, and at these schools, imagine what else they did somewhere else. Just imagine. So with that, all praises to Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. Stop trusting your enemy.